Breaking news! Man, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Count them. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'll tell you. Okay. Before we get into this, listen, I'm probably going to be leaving the country. So I've already have my application being processed in Germany. So I don't know how long that's going to take. It's whatever. But the first part's done. We're going through the second. So yeah, most likely leaving America. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to maintain a dual citizenship. I don't know. I'll find out a lot of information after my, if I get my approval. Everything checks in my lineage. Yeah, I'm gone. Now, here's the big deal, though. Besides, my lineage, people would ask me, why are you going to leave America? Very simple. The American dream does not exist anymore. Right now, America is one of the only countries in the world. Like, my daughter's pregnant. One of my daughters are pregnant. She's working 2 jobs up until she delivers. Why? Because neither job offers paid maternity leave. We are one of the only countries, we're supposed to be one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but one of the only countries in the world who don't offer paid maternity leave to our women. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole thing about Roe v. Wade, though I will say I'm pro-life, but there's a lot of things in my current state I don't agree with. I don't agree with letting forced women carry to term if she's been raped. I just don't believe in that. And that's just something I'm not, but that's the case. That is the case. And, as much pro-life as I am, I cannot sit back and allow and watch this go to the unethical places like contraceptives. Like, I think any woman who's being responsible, why are they trying to, overturn contraceptives? You see what I'm saying? Like, I could be pro-life. I believe in life is created at conception. But I don't want a woman's complete autonomy taken away from her ability to choose certain things or be victimized. And if it's at that cost, I'm not going to back it up. There's another agenda at foot, and I don't agree with it. Now, there's been a lot of things that's also has happened, and that's with Intel. Today, let's get into this. Now, typically, I don't like to get political, but we're about to get political. If you don't like it, whatever, but I'm putting my stance down. I will be putting my stance down on this. So here we go. So today I did a video, right, talking about semiconductors on this channel. All right, I was talking about that.
Everybody wants to know,
and
what are we experiencing? Economic contraction, gulp of supplies. Well, a lot of it's a little bit an insane amount. Anyhow, so why is this important for you to understand?
Hold on.
You have to understand how that is associated, and that eventually,
But
right?
I was talking about semiconductors.
Anyhow, especially when it comes to global trade. Once you understand something like semiconductor production is down, you then understand that any product relating to semiconductors is adversely going to be affected.
So I was talking about that, and I said specifically, Ohio, I believe Intel is opening a plant in Ohio, and then on top of it, I said they should have never taken out semiconductor production in America. But because of McConnell's stubborn ass, he's jeopardized all semiconductor production, because the Democrats actually came up with, something that's a win-win for both, as far as giving the semiconductor $52 billion incentives for companies to locate chip manufacturing plants in the United States, but at the cost giving tax breaks for companies who want to go ahead with clean energy. So there would have been a win-win to promote more clean energy, right? Companies, production, and then on top of it, giving money up front to the chip manufacturing companies. But McConnell doesn't like the whole idea of the oil companies getting fucked. So he's like, no. Well, forget the jobs. Americans don't need jobs if they, those guys are going to go ahead and get their, clean energy, tax cut. No. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? What are you doing? So here's the breaking news. And this is from Intel.
It's all on hold. The groundbreaking scheduled for next month delayed indefinitely.
Indefinitely!
Intel's CEO on CNBC this week.
The idea of delaying a ceremonial announcement, this sucks.
That's Intel CEO. That's the Intel CEO. That is the Intel CCO. Yo, what's up, Ross? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. It has been a while. I've been busy. I do apologize. So that, it sucks, right? Tell me that doesn't suck all. Here's the whole thing. I've said this multiple times. This is not my party. It's not. This is not conservatism. It isn't. It is not conservatism. It's been hijacked by conformists. It has been. I'm so tired. I'm pro-life. I'm very much a pro-life person. I was raised Catholic. I believe, and a lot of people are like, well, Catholics don't believe contraceptives. That's questionable to me. Because the way I look at it, I'm a realistic person. Women are very career-oriented. And sometimes they have to delay a family in order to pursue education to obtain their career. Then start a family and adjust accordingly. But now, that's not even optional. Right? They're wanting to take that away. Forcing women back 100 years, right? Now costing jobs that was going to be created for Americans to help what? With the recovery. We're in a recession, and the one thing that you'd want to hear is infrastructure, which has been smacked down. Though I would say I didn't like the bill anyways. I felt like, the Dems were asking a little bit too much, and they should have came back a little bit humbler. Taking some of that unnecessary money off the table and addressing just the infrastructure. That was my opinion. So I wasn't heart broke that we didn't get infrastructure. I will say we need one. We do need one. And the bipartisan one should have went through. There should have never been a question about a bipartisan one, is what I'm saying. So now Mitch McConnell is playing Russian roulette with American jobs. And Intel was like, nope. And now there's companies pulling out of states that are forcing women, because there could be tubal pregnancies, right? What about women who have tubal pregnancies? What, we're just going to let them die? Is that the case now? I think it is. Jeez Matesis, what's this come down to? I've always said risk of life or rape shouldn't be questioned. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Incest, rape, any of that. Now, also, jobs. Like I said, my daughters were like, we're done. If you get approved, we're following. So if I get approved for my citizenship, my girls plan on following me. Why? Because the American dream's gone. It's gone. We got so many things like, I grew up hunting. Been hunting since I was 7 years old. Used to put guns in the back of the truck, right? My dad drove them in the back. We're going out. We're going to do some hunting, coon hunting stuff late at night, whatever. Never had too many problems. But you know what? My dad never wanted an automatic or semi-automatic weapon. Never cared. He's like, no, I don't need that. I'll use that for hunting. I never wanted one anyways. I believe in the Second Amendment, but here's my thing. Where does it stop? Where does it stop? What are we supposed to do? You want me to, what? You want to hand out grenades? Missile launchers. I mean, you have the right to bear arms. Where does it stop? And then what? What? We can't do proper background checks? Well, that's crazy. I mean, come on, man. Yep. This isn't my party. No longer is my party. It's all going to crap. I said it. I said it a couple years ago. I bounced. I was a registered Republican for 20 years. No more. No more. I'm done. Where do you stand? You want to redirect the blame? That's fine. Ask yourselves this question too. Who was the founding father of the Republican Party? Abraham Lincoln. I was a proud Ohioan. Very proud Ohioan. I know one of his descendants personally. It was an honor. And then you know what? We had a talk. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, wouldn't even recognize it. Wouldn't even recognize the GOP these days. And I agree.